Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everyone to our second lesson of First Steps to Understanding Quranic Arabic Grammar. In our first lesson, we covered kalima and its type, and now we know that what are the types of a kalima. Unlike in English, there are only three types: isim, fa'il, and harf. And now we know about these three terms. Isim is a noun, a name given to anything, any place, any idea, any word. It can be an adjective as well. Fa'il is an action word that is showing any action that is done in the present, past, or in future. Harf can be any word that is not isim or fa'il that you can find in Quran. So the focus of today's class is recognizing nouns and the grammatical information included in the nouns. In the next lessons, we'll be focusing on isim and its type and the characteristics, the main characteristics that we can study about the isms. So, as you already know about what are isms, so we will be discussing these terms inshallah in future lesson. However, it's good just to mention these terms. An ism, a noun, has these main features in Arabic language, and as you can see in the slide, there are four main features: التعريف, العدد, الجنس, and الإعراب. So, nouns can be studied from different perspectives, and we are going to look at these four important characteristics of nouns. So, looking at the first type, at-tarif. As you can see, it is divided into two types: marifa and nakira. Marifa are the nouns which are definite nouns, like proper nouns, and nakira nouns are those nouns which are common nouns. So the next one is al-adad. Al-adad means the number. It can be mufrad, musanna, or jama. Mufrad is the singular nouns. Musanna are the dual nouns, and jama are the plural nouns in Arabic. Then al-jins. Al-jins is the gender of the noun, and it can be masculine or feminine. That is muzakkar and muannas. Then comes the fourth type, and that's al-i'rab. That can be mu'rab and mabni. And the mu'rab nouns are those nouns which are flexible, or you can say that these nouns change their endings. And mabni nouns are also, we can call them non-flexible nouns, and they do not change their case endings. And that's why they are called mabni. So let's have a brief look at these marifa and nakira nouns. So each now should reflect these characters. So we know that the nouns are now divided into two kinds: nakira and al-marifa. Isim nakira or indefinite nouns are nouns given in general to a living or non-living thing, commonly called as common nouns. Like you can see here, kitabun, a book. Now, no or an in Arabic, an indefinite noun is given to a word, and this sound. Now we already know that these ending sounds, ending on the sound are called the tanween, and it can be double fatha, double dhamma, or double kasra. like kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. All the words that ends with a tanween are the nakira nouns, and they do not need any article like or n, just like in English. This ending sounds of un, and in tells us that they are the nakira nouns or the common nouns in Arabic. Hmm. Uh, so one thing that you will notice that, as I've already told, um, that an A coming from well, it turns out that there is no A or an. So, um how to change this? We can also change these nakira nouns into definite nouns by putting the article al, just like in English we use the. So they all mean, like I told you, the kitabun, kitaban, and kitabin, they all mean a book. Now, as you can see here, al kitabu, the book, and al is showing the definite. So as I told you that the nakira form is kitabun, kitaban, and kitabin. So that begs a question that how do we say the book? And we do understand that when we are talking about a specific book, to say that we have to say al kitabu, which means the book, as you can see in the slide. Al-Kitabu means we are talking about an specific book and not a common book. So this is a more direct analogy to what happens in English. So you can just like you have to put the before the word to get a specific book. You put al before the word to get a specific book. And of course, when you put al, you no longer need the tanween. The tanween, that's the double dhamma here, because al and tanween cannot come together. And double dhamma or double kasra or double fatha are the signs of ism nakira or indefiniteness. So to suggest a definite book, we say the book or al kitabu by removing dhamma from here. So now it is a single dhamma here. And now this becomes a definite noun. So, kitabu is the nakira noun, kitabun is the nakira noun, and al-kitabu is the definite noun or the marfa noun. So, um, in the beginning, in Arabic, the al at the beginning of the noun equals to the English word the. Okay, so next we are going to read the Marfa and Ism Nakira in detail later. Just to have the overview of these terms, the next term is Al-Jins, the Muzakkar and the Muannas, genders in Arabic. And all nouns have genders, and just remember that the default gender is always a masculine unless we see the sign of femininity. As you can see in the slide, that all nouns that includes every ism in Arabic, they are all by default masculine nouns. Unless we have a sign of femininity, or we see the a physical sign of femininity in the word. And for now, I can tell you about four signs, like ending with ta marbuta. All the words that ends with ta marbuta are the feminine isms. It's not that the nouns have a gender or specific gender, like father or mother have gender, but really every noun in Arabic has a gender. So if we talk about kitab, it has a gender and its default gender. You can see that there in kitabun, I can see show you the slide. Kitabun, there is no sign of femininity here, like the ending with ta marbuta or ending in alif and hamza. or the real feminine or the feminine by nature, like Ummut or Maryam, and there are more that we are going to study later. So let's have a look at this word. We cannot see any sign of femininity in this word. So by default, this word is masculine in gender. Okay. Um, Now let's have the other characteristic here, and this is al-adad. Al-adad as in Arabic, there are three types of word according to adad, the number, al-mufrad, al-musanna, and al-jama. Al-mufrad are all the singular nouns. Al-musanna are all the dual nouns. And al-jama are all the nouns which are more than two. So the third characteristic is al-adad, and it has three types: al-mufrad, al-musanna, and al-jama. The next one is al-i'rab. As I told you, al-i'rab are the case endings. We are going to read them later. These are the case endings of all the nouns, and according to the case endings, uh, the nouns or the isms and can be called as morab or mabni. And there is one more, mamnu min as-sarf, that is an advanced term that we are also going to cover that term as well. But for now, the case endings or the i'rab of the nouns can be divided into two types, morab or mabni. And morab nouns are all nouns that can be called as flexible, or they change their ending sounds or endings according to their state in a sentence. And mabni nouns are all the nouns that are non-flexible and they do not change their ending even if their state is changing in the sentence. And again, as I told you, we are going to cover all these terms later in the lessons, inshallah. So for today, we had an overview of all the ism characteristics that we are going to study in the later lessons, inshallah. So an ism has four main characteristics: at-tarif, al-adad, al-jins, and al-i'rab. Tarif has two kinds or two types, marifa and nakira. Al-adad has three types, mufrad, musanna, and jama. Al-jins or the gender has two types, muzakkar and monas. And al-i'rab again has two types, mu'rab and mabni. So inshallah ta'ala, we are going to read them all or study them all in the later lessons. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.